Two. Welcome back to the M&M segment. Our dear friend, possibly our
Wow.
biggest fan. Is it safe to say potentially our biggest fan outside of your father, of course, John? Is
I
this the
If not, there's a problem.
I mean, with the guests on today, I think they're definitely towards the top. The Evan, how long did it
I'm,
take you to think of?
that was
How,
nice. That was nice.
That was quick, I was just
It was
he's in
good.
my head. He's constantly in my head. I
He
see him
doesn't
on
like the
Twitter.
tweets.
Yeah, I constantly see him on Twitter, and it's just, Eminem at this point. He's always there, just he's reading everything, he's listening to everything, so he's there to catch us off guard. I consider him, possibly the seventh rounder fan of the year. Maybe
A fist
some.
bump.
We may have to hook him up with some merch or something, just based on the performance we've had from him. You know, devoted fan.
Devoted, dude.
He loves everything about it. He's not there for 95% of my takes, which I need some constructive criticism every once in a while. So,
Got to keep you on your toes, dude.
oh yeah, Eminem, I'll
you
start you
know,
out with a quick question: Aaron Jones or Josh Jacobs?
I mean, where do you think I'm gonna go with this one? Aaron Jones, dude. The guy is a yak machine when he's out of the backfield. He's a bouncy, nifty little runner, dude. He is.
Chad, can I ask you a question off of that? What's with your just the OTPHJs in the way of Josh Jacobs on your end? Like, where is this coming from? Why do you love this man so much?
I'm a big rookie running back fan. In general, I've just, been looking around the league, and you see the fall off that has taken place with, a guy like Todd Gurley, even a little bit Melvin Gordon, and these NFL running backs, the shelf life is freaky short. So you got to hop on the bandwagon of some of these young guys while you can, because in reality, it could only be 3 years, and he could be. Not out of a job, but a no name at some point. So,
Dude, I am. Can I? Is it safe to say that Alabama is kind of running back you right now?
Absolutely.
I
Derrick
mean,
Henry.
and they've had their bust, dude. I would say, I don't know about you guys. I
Ingram.
think Ingram, Henry, and Jacobs are three in the top 10 probably. But
And
I
they
think the
run
most,
hard.
yeah, you don't want to get in front of them. And I
No.
would say that the most intimidating thing in the entire NFL is Derrick Henry's mess of hair
Whatever
that
it
doesn't
is, dude.
move. It does not move.
He looks
It is
like
stagnant.
Predator. You ever see Alien vs. Predator? That's him with that friggin'
That
hair,
thing-
dude.
I think if you touch that hair, it's like electrocutes you. It
so
doesn't move.
a little trio battle off, and I'm probably on board with the Alabama trio of. But who would you go with? Would you go Ingram, Henry, Jacobs, or would you go Chubb, Gurley, Michelle?
Ooh, Michelle sucks.
Yeah.
Michelle has been bad this year.
He's been so useless his second year. They literally when I watch him run, it looks like his legs are just stuck in mud. The guy went from being so promising. I remember at UGA when he was running around the Rose Bowl, him and whoever the guy is there now, Swift, against Baker in the Rose Bowl. It was unbelievable. I thought this guy was going to be the next coming of Bo Jackson. And then now he's just useless.
I was real high on Michelle. I was horrified when New England drafted him.
Oh, me too.
He was dominant.
And
we saw him in
Yeah.
person at Georgia.
They drafted the guard too, or the tackle Win.
Isaiah Wynn, yeah.
And then now Michelle is just like, I mean, when you're losing carries to Rex Burkhead, you got a problem. I'm just gonna say that. Brandon Bolden suddenly is getting the ball in the backfield.
The
That
special
guy's been on the
teamer.
team for 8 years, and all of a sudden he's getting carries because Sony Michelle stinks.
Yeah.
Brandon Bolden's an anomaly. I think he has like one 100-yard game every year for the last 45 years or so.
Dude, I think he has more touchdowns this year than he's had in like his career, and it might be like 4.
He's a guy too. I can't even judge how big he is. He could be 6'5", 240, or I honestly view him more as like 5'3".
He has
125.
the orange dreads, dude. The orange looking dread things. Scary player.
I can't peg him. But anyway, the bulk of, the AFC pretty much blows. It's the Ravens and everyone else. The NFC is absolutely delightful. Obviously, you're a Packers fan. They're up there. The Saints and 49ers just duked it out in the game of the year. But what do you think, Matt, overall about the NFC?
Scary, dude. As a Packer fan, I mean, it kills me to say it, but if they don't host the home playoff game, I just think that San Fran, New Orleans, even Seattle, they're just so dominant. Like San Francisco and New Orleans last week, where was the defense? And all I've heard about is number 2 ranked defense. That was just a play calling clinic. It was like trick plays, Jimmy G throwing 75-yard bombs, our boy John Deebo Samuel lighting it up per usual. He's a fast mother effer, dude. It's wild.
He's also not fun. He runs really hard.
He's thick. I think he got faster. He had to have gotten faster.
He's their number 2 option behind Kittle. It's incredible.
Oh, he's their number 1 wide.
Also,
Sanders wasn't doing that well. He had a good week, first game there, then he just died out until last week.
This class of wide receivers is one of the best we've had recently. Metcalf's been a tank. A.J. Brown in Tennessee's been a tank.
People didn't want Metcalf.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's
embarrassing. That's stupid.
I think his best comparison is like Kamara coming out, not because of the size, dude, but Kamara was completely underused at Tennessee and Metcalf was completely underused at Ole Miss, and I think that's why people are hesitant on both.
Yeah.
And here we are.
I don't know. I think the Niners are probably it's them and the Ravens as far as who I think the best teams in football are. And I think New Orleans is right there in terms of the NFC, and then to me, like, Seattle's good, but I think it's only because of Russell Wilson. The guy's putting the team on his back. To me, in some sense, he's almost more impressive than Lamar, just because I don't think his team is that good. That's just me. But obviously, Lamar is the MVP of the league, guys, putting everybody on skates. But, you know. So and then you have the NFC East.
Oh, yeah.
Trash, dude.
It's a pleasure.
Was Anthony
to watch
fired up about his Eagles? Was he talking about his Eagles?
Oh, he was. He was big time.
Can only imagine,
listeners
dude.
Heard all about that. We've went over, Boston Scott's the next Brian Westbrook and all that.
That is our guy, Boston Scott. Yeah, that team might be so miserable.
Kind of little bit the Boston Scott episode to a sense. The Boston Scott coming out party. We might have to get him on the show. This is the 7th Rounders podcast. Is officially a Boston Scott podcast. Of happy to announce.
Yeah.
So, looking at the NFC standings right now, it looks like, it looks pretty set in stone for the most part. Obviously, Seattle's a game back from San Fran. We still expect San Fran to win the West. So, looking at that second wild card spot, Seattle locked into that first wild card spot. Looks like a battle right now between the Vikings and the Rams. Vikings 9-4, Rams 8-5. Are you guys locked in on Minnesota as that second wild card, or do you think the Rams could give them a little run the last 3 weeks?
I think that who it is right now, the 6 that are in right now, is who it's going to be. But I don't see Green Bay as a 2 seed. I see them as a 3 seed. Only because I think Green Bay has to play Chicago, Minnesota, Detroit. I think those first 2 could go either way. Could be loss, could be wins. I just don't think Minnesota is going to drop out of the wild card pick. I mean, they could still easily win the division. So I don't think the Rams are going to have enough to jump. They have a tough game with Dallas this week. Dallas coming off 3 straight losses, dude. In Dallas, they're going to be fired up. This is essentially playoff football for them. I keep telling myself, not a must-win situation, can't lose, but I've been saying that to myself about Dallas for the last 3 weeks, so, I mean, whatever. But, yeah, I think the 6 right now are who's going to get in.
I'll tell you, the Rams, Chad, I know you picked them for the Super Bowl.
They're getting hot.
They're getting hot. They are
It's
getting
scary.
hot when
I
they
don't
need
want
to.
them to get hot. I want them to lose.
And really just the last 2 weeks, but they've got an uphill battle. They do play Dallas and the 49ers back-to-back before probably just demolishing the Cardinals again. Chad, is there any shot your early preseason Super Bowl pick, the Rams, sneak in to the 6?
I don't know who. So I know Minnesota has Green Bay again. I don't know who
Green
else.
Bay,
I think they have Chicago, maybe.
San Diego Chargers, and the Bears.
That's
Do they have to
not.
go out west?
They do.
That's not easy.
And that is a Chargers team who just put up a 45 spot on Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Philly Rivers is hot.
December football is weird. You never know.
I think people are going to want Minnesota, or people, speaking from, the other NFC playoff teams, I think they'd rather have Minnesota in than the Rams. I think the Rams as the 6th seed would scare the daylights out of people.
For whatever reason, I feel like that they are going to sneak in. The Vikings definitely, I believe, have the hardest schedule left. They do play Chicago as well, and they are also playing significantly better than earlier in the season. So I think the Rams sneak into the 6. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you what's going to happen after that. I'm excited, though.
So hypothetically, we could see a Green Bay, LA Ram wild card game, and then who would it be?
Oh, God.
Dallas and Seattle?
Yeah, Matt would lay a log in his pants if it was Green Bay against the Rams.
I don't want that, dude. Jared Goff in the cold. Bring it on. Let's go. That's easy money, dude. That guy crumbles. He's like Drew Brees outdoors. It's fine. I would much rather that than Kirk Cousins and Dalvin Cook in the cold. Facts. That team's good. Vikings are a good team.
They are.
Yes.
It's just like so frustrating. It has to be so frustrating if you're a Rams fan or even a Bears fan. You're getting hot at the right time, but then Dallas is going to make the playoffs because they're going to win a division at like 7-9.
They honestly might.
I agree. And I wanted to take a look at this pitiful AFC for the most part. The hottest team in football, one of the hottest. I'll say the hottest. Tennessee Titans.
Is the Cincinnati Bengals.
It's got to be the Titans.
Dude, and we said it a couple episodes ago. I don't think it was the direct last one. I believe it was 2 or 3 ago. The Titans were the team to beat, I think, in the South. I don't know if they'll win that division, but damn it, they're a playoff team. Tannehill, dude.
He's the best QBR in football right now. He took the reins.
Honestly, outside of Baltimore, if Tennessee winds up winning that division, I think they could roll through. It'll probably wind up being Pittsburgh and Buffalo with the wild card games. Tennessee's interesting. It would not surprise me at all if we see a Tennessee-Baltimore AFC championship game.
Wow. And that the Texans and Titans do play twice with the same record.
Yes.
These last weeks. The Titans also have the Saints. So you really got to hope you beat Houston twice there if you're Tennessee.
No doubt.
I think that New England is going to lose in the divisional. I think it's going to be Lamar versus Patty Mahomes in the AFC ship, if that seeding is possible. I think for an entertainment aspect, that would be unbelievable, and I wouldn't know what to do. It'd be so much quarterback play that I don't think I'd even want to get up from the friggin' couch all day. I'd be glued.
Is there a chance in hell that we see the Buffalo Bills circle the wagons to the AFC Championship game?
Dude, if they get a home game, run the rock, play D.
Buffalo in the wintertime, if they do, I mean,
they're going to be a wild card. I guess they can still win the division. They play New England.
They do play New England. They play the Steelers and Jets. It would not be crazy to see Buffalo run the table here and win that division. I'm saying it wouldn't be crazy.
You'd hate to see
really
it.
Look bad, dude. When have you seen such panic from Pats fans? It's amazing.
It's the greatest thing that's happened in recent memory, honestly.
Dude, the cheating. Get these. Oh, they're just so aggravating.
God forbid one game call against the Patriots.
I know, and everyone was yelling and complaining
And they
about these
still
stupid ass calls. Remember what happened in the Steelers game when he caught the ball, went over the line, and they said it wasn't a catch?
Dude,
Shout out Connor Heath, John. Oh well, he had another chance and threw a pick. Yeah, well Brady didn't convert on fourth down. Idiot.
Even if I believe they ended that drive where he really scored, but they called him out. I think they ended that with a field goal. They still would have needed to score again. So who's to say what could have happened? It's ridiculous, honestly.
Missed a field goal.
John, question for you. Who has a worse wide receiver corpse? The New England Patriots or the Georgia Bulldogs?
Or the Philadelphia Eagles. Those are three really bad receiving corps, dude. Really bad.
So pathetic.
But honestly, I think New England, if N'Keal Harry gets going, him and Edelman.
They played him 2 plays, John.
Yeah, and I don't get it. I really don't understand.
Belichick, I mean, I'm here sitting on Skype talking about it, but like
disciplinary shit. I don't know, but you got to play the guy because he's significantly better than everyone else. Dorsett is the most unbelievably mediocre receiver who gets playing time in the NFL.
Sanu sucks.
Sanu gets traded there. Yeah, he's made no impact. They just have
everyone was like, "Oh, just give him the Super Bowl."
Dude, but they're really missing. They have no tight end. They are last in the league in tight ends. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's probably like 31st.
It's crazy.
I don't know. All I know is I don't think anyone fears that team. Also, their defense, great defense. I'm so sick of historically great. When you play Sam Darnold, friggin' Fitzpatrick, and all these other bums, dude. They didn't play. Oh, they did play Darnold. You were seeing ghosts. That's right.
I will be the one to apologize, and I think I did last week or 2 weeks ago. I had a bad take on that. I think after week 6, I was claiming that Pat's D one of the best ever, and
you drank the Kool-Aid, dude.
I would like to take that back now.
You drank the Kool-Aid.
Although they did not play terrible against Mahomes, holding Mahomes to 20.
No, they're still a good defense. That's not what I'm saying. But
yeah,
they're like, oh, they're scoring. When's the last time that they had a touchdown on special teams and defense?
Yeah,
that's all they were doing earlier, and it masked all the problems that Brady was having because they would put up 30 and like 21 of it was coming from the defense.
So do you consider that? So I look right now, and I think, Baltimore, Buffalo have probably the 2 best defenses in football. You put New England third. Who?
Niners.
Niners as well.
Only reason is because I think their pass rush it's got to be number 1 in the NFL. I'm pretty sure it's probably ranked number 1 in the NFL. But in terms of I watched Bosa just destroy the Green Bay Packers. That D-line is unbelievable. And they're all young.
They're all first-round picks who hadn't blossomed yet, and now they have the
does that guy Solomon Thomas even play?
Yeah.
I don't think he sees the field. I think he's like a rotational guy. That's how loaded they are. A 3rd overall pick, he's a rotational guy. I mean, it's just that team's sickening, and it's so damn annoying. Because they got that handsome ass Jimmy G dude leading the charge. They got a Deebo Samuel. Kittle was dragging people by the face mask, running down the field last week, dude.
I think I honestly have it pulled up right now. I'm looking at a future bet on the Niners to win the Super Bowl. I might place it. They are so good.
Yeah, they're good.
They go into the Superdome, throw up 48, and their defense doesn't even play well. That hasn't happened all year. They're unbelievable.
Shanahan's a wizard. He's a wizard, dude. Do you see these play calls? It was ridiculous. I love the trickery, dude. It gets me so fired up. Especially, it was a good trick play was the Pats. Damn it, dude. I hate to admit it. And then also, that's the thing about when you watch New England, when you see Brady get fired up, when he had that 4th and goal or 4th and 9 or whatever, and he ran like 15 yards and he got up, and then Bill Belichick gave it the first down signal. I was almost rooting for him. I really was. People are gonna kill me for saying that now.
I mean, it's just different. It's just different with the Pats struggling. I don't know how to react or even what to believe.
Fun, dude. You feel like everyone else has a chance. Watch, they'll still make us all miserable.
So what's at this point, if you could predict a Super Bowl matchup to leave the listeners with, Matt, what are you saying? What do you got for us? Pre-week 15 edition Super Bowl prediction.
I gotta go Lamar. I'll go with Lamar, but I have a weird feeling. There's always that one team every year that's always rolling. Chiefs last year, Cowboys a few years ago with Green Bay beat them. That's always rolling, young players, and then they get stumped in the playoffs. I have a weird feeling that's going to happen to the Ravens or the Niners this year, but I think it's going to happen to Lamar. And I'm going to pick the Ravens, though, for now, just because I think they're head over heels the best team in football right now. I got to go with my pack, dude. Come on. I got to pick them. I can't not pick. And that'll be the worst matchup ever because if you know anything about the Green Bay Packers, they cannot cover a running quarterback. Shout out Colin Kaepernick. I gotta pick my guy, dude. If they get a home game, Rodgers gonna work the magic, dude. We'll be fine.
Do the Green Bay Packers win the Super Bowl?
Absolutely, dude. I got money on it too. It's my team, dude. They got 10 wins for a reason.
Wow. And Chad,
everyone's sleeping on them, dude. Sleep on them. It's fine. We got 12 at the helm, dude. Just wait. December, January, you got to come to Lambeau. Just saying.
I mean, I don't hate it. If they do get a 1 or 2 seed,
he's hearing all the noise, dude. That's when he plays his best. If they beat Chicago this week in an impressive win, people are gonna start to be like, "Oh shit!" Like he's a bad man, as Stephen A. says, dude.
Chad, are you still?
Are you still on the Rams, dude?
I'm adjusting my AFC, so my preseason picks were New England, LA. I'm switching it. My Super Bowl as of today is Tennessee, LA.
I mean, dude, if that happens, dude, you might as well just play the lottery. You should put that in, dude. You could probably make millions if you win that bet. Bet $100.
You should call that into Vegas.
There's a very good chance that neither of them make the playoffs.
There is that possibility.
That's just.
I like what Eminem said about these young quarterbacks. I really like saying Eminem. Just want to point that out. These young quarterbacks coming into big playoff games, and that's why I'm worried about Lamar. I think he could get stumped somewhere.
I think
in Tennessee. Tennessee has a very good defense, I would like to say.
They do.
I don't even hate the Titans in there. I don't. The Rams aren't going to be in it, but I don't even hate the Titans side of your pick. I have the 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs, and the 49ers winning.
I like that.
That would be a wonderful matchup. That would be a very exciting matchup.
Dude, don't you just think that, Lamar, he's going to have to, play Brady, that defense, and it's going to be like a snow game or something, and he's not going to be able to throw the ball or run the ball like he normally can, and he's just going to get upset. I see it coming, dude. It happens every year. I'm telling you right now. Mahomes last year ran into Brady, didn't even see the ball.
I mean, I love Mahomes.
I like Mahomes too, dude. But I mean,
that'd be a good matchup. But the Niners, mainly because I just took them to win the Super Bowl, errantly, probably. We'll look back on this one. I'll remember the moment with Eminem.
Why do I feel like we're missing an AFC team? Who are the division leaders?
Patriots, Steelers. No, not.
No,
Steelers.
that's
Patriots, Texans.
Chiefs. I at least feel like there aren't any cakewalks this year. Maybe Dallas, if Philly gets in, dude. That's a cakewalk. That team is so bad.
Yeah.
The only reason Dallas worries me is because they do have talent. Philly is not good. Like, their offense is so bad. Dallas is just not clicking.
I think it's one of the most open and exciting seasons we've had. I can't wait for the playoffs. It's going to be a drunken time. I can't wait.
Oh, absolutely. Speaking of drunken times, you ready for a little SantaCon? I actually came into this interview a little questionnaire for you two here.
All right, let's do it.
Getting in the holiday spirit with SantaCon coming this weekend. Top Christmas movies.
Do you want us to rattle one at a time? Just
one off? A couple, dude. Give me a couple.
I mean, you got to go with Elf. That's a no-brainer.
Elf,
That's an absolute no-brainer.
Home Alone.
The OG Santa Claus is coming to town.
I'm a Home Alone guy. The Grinch.
Okay.
Are you kidding me?
The Grinch. That's what I was gonna say. So now I'm having a moment right here
Honestly,
where I can't think of something.
Not a technically a Christmas movie, but Miracle that puts me in the holiday spirits. Right around.
Now
Christmas
I have a
time.
question. This is a polarizing movie. You either love it or you think it's weird and creepy and hate it. Polar Express.
I think it's creepy and I hate it.
Scary. Very scary.
One of my least favorite movies of all time, for being honest.
Nice.
I don't think I've ever even seen it full through because I get creeped out. But shout out my guy Tom Hanks. So.
Yeah.
Office Christmas Party.
That's a great movie. That is a great movie. Shout out, what's that dude's name? It's with Olivia Munn. Jason Bateman. That's who it is.
What about Bad Moms is Christmas?
I don't know what that is. Bad Moms.
Dad, you lost me on that one.
John,
what about Christmas songs?
Before Christmas songs, the Hallmark Christmas movies. I love them.
Completely blanked on any and every other Christmas movie. I'm about tapped out at this point. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted thinking about them.
Christmas
songs. Paul McCartney, dude.
Dude, all I want for Christmas is you. The Michael Bublé Christmas album, the Justin Bieber Christmas album, the Jonas Brothers Christmas album.
All right, just literally name every album, not a song.
Jesus Christ, we're gonna have the 7th Rounders Christmas album soon. Everyone's making one.
We might as well.
I had a thought today. Could you imagine if DaBaby made a Christmas album?
I'm sure I'd see it posted on your Instagram
Gucci Mane, dude. Could see a Gucci Mane Saint Brick intro. A little Saint Brick intro too. That's a good Christmas song.
We can't play that one for the kids at home, dude.
Well, anyway, Chad, any closing thoughts here before Matthew sails off into the sunset on his trusty noble steed?
Eminem stepped it up tonight. Very impressed. I'm willing to negotiate a contract to bring him out or bring him back for a future episode.
Did Ace get that?
You'll have to find out.
Yeah,
You'll have found out, but the listeners have already found out. So this is Inception. What's happening right now?
That's kind of crazy.
Back to the Future.
Drop a follow on your boy's Twitter. Let me know if Anthony is getting hired as well, because if he does, I want no part of this.
We'll provide Eminem and Ace's Instagram and Twitter handles below.
You are pointing down like we are watching this visually. We are not, folks. We're listening. Bad radio. Matt, thanks for your time. We'll see you on the
Thank you, fellas. It was a good time. It's a pleasure.